From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.56 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,210 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $269. Antiwar.com reports with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu vowing to do anything to prevent a U.S.-Iran nuclear deal. State Department spokeswoman Marie Harf yesterday warned him against leaking the details of any classified briefing. We've continuously provided detailed classified briefings to the Israeli officials to keep them updated, Harf said, adding that any release by Netanyahu would of course betray that trust. Secretary of State John Kerry also chimed in, warning Israel against doing anything to undercut the Iran negotiations, which just resumed on Monday in Switzerland. Netanyahu has insisted he has a moral obligation to warn Congress about the deal, saying it threatens Israel's survival. The White House has insisted that Netanyahu has refused to offer an alternative to negotiations. In Survivor Max by Davi Barker, 11-year-old Max must survive the zombie apocalypse alone in New Hampshire. Slow-moving and non-thinking, the lame brains swarm his home searching for living flesh. Max must apply his Porcupine Freedom Scouts training to plan his escape, but first he must prove that he's too smart to die. Look for Survivor Max on Facebook and Amazon, or read Chapter 1 free at survivormax.com. UPI reports a new study by researchers at the University of North Carolina has revealed just how incredibly easy it is for teenagers to procure electronic cigarettes online. Researchers found that just 5 out of 98 attempts by teenagers to purchase e-cigarettes from online retailers were thwarted by an age verification mechanism. Rebecca S. Williams, the study's lead investigator and a researcher at North Carolina's Lindbergh Comprehensive Cancer Center, said in a press release, very few online vendors even gave the appearance of trying to comply with North Carolina's e-cigarette age verification law. The study allowed teenagers to use false birthdays and check various boxes to disguise their identity during purchase attempts. Of the 98 attempts, 18 failed as a result of glitches and web design flaws unrelated to the vendor's age verification. That means 80 orders were successful, giving teens a 93.7% chance of procuring e-cigarettes. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson apologized on Monday to the family of a 12-year-old boy whose city lawyers blamed in part for his own fatal shooting by police responding to a report of an armed person in a park last November. The language used in the city's response to a lawsuit brought by the family of Tamir Rice was very insensitive, and an amended court document will be filed within 20 days that preserves the city's rights, Jackson told a news conference. The court filing asserted as a defense for the city that Rice's injuries, losses, and damages complained of were directly and proximately caused by the failure of plaintiff's descendant to exercise due care to avoid injury. Jackson said he was apologizing to Rice's family and to the city's residents for what he said was a poor choice of words in the city's response filed on Friday to the family's lawsuit. Jackson said, in an attempt to protect all our defenses, we used words and we phrased things in such a way that was very insensitive to the tragedy in general, the family, and the victim in particular. An attorney for the Rice family, Benjamin Crump, on Monday criticized the city's response to the federal lawsuit. Crump said on CNN, "I don't want him just to apologize for the poor word use. I want him to apologize for the death of this 12-year-old child." Rice's shooting came at a time of heightened scrutiny over the use of force by police around the United States, including in Cleveland. Rice was holding a replica handgun that mainly shoots plastic pellets when he was shot by a Cleveland officer within seconds of police responding to a report of a suspected brandishing of a handgun in the city park. Tamir Rice died the next day. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.